I'm good. I'm ready.
The Double Dealing Podcast, where it's always double the pleasure and triple the fun with your hosts, Dave and Luke.
Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Episode 3 of the Double Dealing Podcast coming at you. I am your host, Dave. Let's go around the table, shall we? Joining us, my co-host down in West by God, Virginia, Luke. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, brother. I am sitting here. I feel like I'm. I don't know what the right mindset I would say. I feel like I'm just Neo in the Matrix, just dodging bullets, and I'm just kidding. I'm doing good, man.
Dodging
the weather's
bullets.
been all right. Yeah, not literally. I was trying to think of an analogy, but no, that not actual bullets. No, and
Dodging
Neo.
people's stupid comments on our Instagram page.
Well, I haven't been doing a good job at that, but by nature, I end up. To be completely honest, I don't let things really, what's the term they say, live rent free in my head. But
Yeah.
I am petty enough about things that I obviously got a very good memory that I can just stash it away, and I can throw some shit in there every now and again, and fucking just especially with burner accounts but yeah, I know I shouldn't do that, and it's a habit I need to break, but I feel like it's just like, it's almost like just going to fucking, it's almost like sport to me to try to piss them off back. But I've said it before, like, fight the internet. It's and I say that, and it's as dumb as it sounds, because you can't literally fight the internet.
Right.
But
and
I
that's
just
why there's
come-
also a term called keyboard warriors.
Yes. Yeah, Mike Tyson said it himself. I don't know if he literally said it himself, but the meme that literally has been around for years now was a fucking quote with his picture. I'm assuming he probably said this, but he was saying social media has made so many people comfortable with running their mouth and not getting hit in the face for it. And
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, dude, in the past, and I'm not saying with myself, I'm just saying with people that I've seen, like friend of mine's little brother. I'll just use this quick example. All from the same area. Now, the little brother's probably 4 years younger than me. Older dude I'm talking about that he's spatting with on Facebook is about 3 years older than me, from the same area. They didn't really grow up together. There's like a 7-year gap between them, but they knew of each other, were Facebook friends. Anyway, little brother was running his fucking mouth and like saying not argumentative shit, like starting to just get insulting and like motherfucking this guy and saying like, go get fucking punched or kick yourself in the ball. I forget what the fuck he was saying, but it was just like the older guy was just like, man, I know who you are. You would never say this to my face. Why do you do it here? And I remember just thinking, that's very true, man. If they would have saw each other face to face, they probably would just been like, hey, how you doing? And walked away. But shit on fucking, it is what it is. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, I rambled a little bit there because Joe and Amy are not with us tonight. So I figured I would fucking run with that a little bit. But Dave handles those the right way. He doesn't respond. He did for an extent, but then he stops, and when he stops, he's done. Me, I'm just too fucking petty. But I'm 99% friendly anyway. I think most people know that.
Just don't get on that 1%.
maybe 96. I won't say 98. I'll knock it down a few more percent. Probably it's still an A score, I would say.
Oh man. I mean, yeah, Jesus. But anyways, we don't have to talk about it anymore. God, dude, we've been having a lot of fun recently. Just the past couple episodes. Just the shit that we've been talking about. It's been great. Boy, do we got a fun one for you guys today. Because this kind of came about. I know Luke mentioned it a little bit last episode. We were talking about it even before that, just to ourselves on the phone and conversations and whatnot. But like Luke mentioned Ace Ventura last episode when we were talking about Halloween costumes and all that great stuff. So then we got, kind of thinking more like, man, movies, maybe some music, stuff that would be unacceptable in this year of 2022. Movies that could not be made nowadays. And I think we got a decent list.
I don't even know. Do we have a list? I just remember.
Oh yeah, we got a list in our heads.
I mentally have a list. Okay, yeah. This has become such a rabbit hole once you start going. But yeah, Ace Ventura kind of set the tone. And really, I mean, I would say for anybody that grew up with Ace Ventura,
great fucking movies though. Great fucking movies.
Oh, they were Jim Carrey was fucking hilarious and shit. That was just, I mean, and the greatest part, fucking give a shout out to fucking for old time's sake to On to Delivery. It opens up with him beating the shit out of this box to fake deliver it to a guy to steal the dog back to the original owner, and he's just beating the fuck out of that thing, and that's how the movie opens up. As irony would have it, and here we are. But but yeah, I mean, obviously, anybody that knows the movie, I feel like. I was telling Dave earlier, there's a lot of things like I always try to put myself, like if I'm stepping out of my shoes, to try to look at things, outside the box. And, that's, I've talked to Andy Von Six and stuff about, with, different things of just, trying to understand things because of different, obviously we're talking about things getting canceled. So, pretty much anybody can do the math, starting with Ace Ventura, Ray Finkel, AKA, was it Lois Einhorn? I know it was Einhorn. I think it was Lois Einhorn. But fucking, that was what I said a little bit of it on last week's episode because I started laughing because I was like, man, I don't feel like that was long ago. But that was 1993, was it not? I think it was.
Ace,
I don't.
Pet
Ace
Detective?
Ventura, Pet Detective, yes.
Because what's the other Ace Ventura? There's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Ace
There
Ventura,
was When Nature Calls.
When Nature Calls.
There was,
that's right.
there was two, right? I don't think there was more.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Pet Detective is the one with the football players and the Miami Dolphins.
With Dan Marino and Snowflake and fucking
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective was 94.
94. Okay, so that would be 28 years ago. And
28 years ago.
Almost 29 because we're tailing the end of 2022 here. And that's what I said on last week's episode about this. Like, if somebody handed somebody that script now, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you trying to like?" But so, like, and that's what I try to do. Like, when I think of stuff like to try to think of shit outside of the box, so to speak, out of my own shoes and look into that. Like I said, the fucking ending. Like everybody's fucking like their reaction to the whole scene is fucking like they're just fucking completely disgusted and fucking shaming fucking. I think it was Lois, dude. I should know that. That's what I mean. Like now,
It is Lois
fuck,
Einhorn,
dude.
yes.
Yeah, dude. Now, like that scene, we've laughed at Ace Ventura for years because we were fucking in '94. I would have been nine, almost 10 at the end of the year. So I grew up with fucking Ace Ventura just like you did.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that shit as a kid, but like that's what I mean. And people can say people can get upset about it, but it's not going to fucking stop. And that's what it sucks in a lot of ways with certain things because there's stuff that's getting canceled, but other things are being allowed. And that's what I mean. This episode isn't probably going to be that long anyway, but this could be like a fucking 6-hour episode if you wanted to get going. We just started with Ace Ventura, but like, God, like when he fucking, like I said, at the end of that movie, he whips fucking Lois Einhorn around because that's Roger Predactor fucking, she threw off the roof. I think he threw off the roof. He does that shit with the glass. Dude, it's been a while since I've fucking seen Ace Ventura, but that was one. But we could say that was understandably probably at this point because that was like, think about that now with social media and everything. Whoever would fucking do that would probably be fucking, they'd get banned, dude, for Ace Ventura for a movie. That's what I mean. Like, dude, it's crazy because it fucking it doesn't seem like the fucking Gen Z kids are fucking talking about Ace Ventura like it was so long ago because it fucking was. It just, we're getting old, dude. God, it's fucking depressing.
So yeah, so like Ace Ventura, definitely one of them with that whole situation. One that I said too was the movie Grease. And listen, I get it. It was a different time back then. Everybody. I think you could say that with everything that we're going to mention here in this episode. But I mean, Grease came out in '78, and I mean, you got all like there's quite a few of those songs that they sing, it's pretty rapey.
Yes,
like you got the song like tell me more, and they the guy says, did she put up a fight? It's like
and they're just sitting there going, Chilla, fucking don't even think about it, dude. And then the people were just fucking like, think about that, dude. Like, think about how many times that song's been sang over the fucking decades.
I know. And no one ever thinks about it. And then, like, you thinking about songs that are like,
now, yeah.
Right. And
Baby,
then you're
it's
thinking
cold
about
outside.
Songs, exactly. You're thinking about songs that are rapey. Then you got Baby, It's Cold Outside getting canceled a few years ago.
But is it literally canceled? Can I not get on Apple Music right now and find Baby, It's Cold Outside?
I'm pretty sure you can. But, like, I don't think radio stations are allowed to play it anymore.
Fuck.
Like, because everybody, gets offended. Yes, Baby, It's Cold Outside is still on there. You got all the different. I just don't get it, though, because that's like a classic. Like, that's a classic
The moral
song.
of this episode is, no matter what, there's the moral of this episode is, we're not happy till you're not happy. I'm just kidding, but just basically, you definitely, like, I feel like it probably would have to be social media, you would think, that would make this so, like, just cancel. Because everybody can have, I mean, there's a lot of people that have platforms big platforms that, when we were growing up, like, that shit didn't exist. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people out. It's like gathering. It's weird. It's like the term, like, circling the wagons kind of thing. Like, I feel like if something, a lot of people, I think, just kind of throw stuff out there and try to see what sticks.
Yeah.
Because Joe and Amy, they aren't here, but they were saying a bunch. But what was go with a few more that you had on your mind. I'll just let you roll us in with a couple. And
No, I mean, like, you got that one, right? And then what else did we say? Adam Sandler. There's a couple Adam Sandler movies. To, you know,
would Waterboy? But see, would Waterboy get canceled in 2022?
Would it?
I don't know if it would get canceled, but I feel like it would. I mean, obviously, it would piss some people off, and then they would go. But I don't know. I feel like Waterboy still gets played a lot, so I don't hear a lot of shit about. Like those are just like that's when you're really reaching. So let's throw one we were both laughing at because he almost got canceled when he was literally coming up in the very late 90s, early 2000s, and that is Eminem. Like Eminem now would probably, I don't know, but see, I feel like Eminem, they tried, and I think he's addressed shit from his past anyway. I feel like he has, but even if they tried and it didn't work, and I feel like it was just that one. I feel like that one offended so many people that are our age or older, or if they're younger, just a little bit younger, because we were like we were the kids that were growing up with Eminem when he was fucking starting. I think My Name Is came out for me. I think I was in 8th grade or 7th grade. Maybe I was going into my 8th grade year, so I was prime. God, he had some good shit. He was fucking. Anyways, would he be able to get started in 2022? Like because he damn near.
Could he get started? Yeah, I think so.
And gather as
but
much,
not in his old ways. Talking about his mom, about killing his mom, like more than half of his songs when he first started, dude.
I mean, we were talking
his ex-wife, was it? His ex-wife? Or girlfriend, whoever. I don't fucking remember. Jesus. Yeah. Like,
well,
I feel
that's
like that
we were saying, like, when he did it, when he performed with Elton John and they did Stan, like I told you, like back when they did that, like it was thinking like because that was one of the things he was catching a lot of heat for. And when he performed out with Elton John, that was like one of the few like songs he did back then where he wasn't F-bombing, you know what I mean? Not, you know, obviously not when I say F-bomb, not fuck, but you know, like I said, people can do the fucking math that would know. But yes, Stan was like, and then you think about it and I was like, damn, dude. But back then, dude, it was like the 90s rap. It was fucking, what was it, Fetty? Girl, come give me that pussy. Like, dude, there was that fucking song we were saying, literally, it's called Smack My Bitch Up. Like, that shit, like, 90s rap was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to talk about fucking, I mean, damn, dude, and that's what my wheelhouse, if there's shit that I'm listening to, it's like fucking old, like that. Not really that, but now that I have a daughter, I'm like, oh, just gonna have to just keep myself in shape. I gotta make sure I can still fight some people off if I need to. Oh shit. But yeah, dude, I feel like that Eminem just came, but I mean that was a lot of fucking. I mean DMX, he had a few. DMX he probably would have got canceled now with if he would have had the stuff that he came out with in like 98, like Rough Riders Anthem stuff on there. I forget all the, I'd have to look him up. But yeah, I mean, so Eminem, yeah, if he did it now, he would be like the literally, I don't know. I feel like, cause I'm also fucking, I'm not that old. We're not that old, but I feel like music wise, I'm fucking ancient. Like I'm ancient music wise.
Sure.
I don't listen. I listen to so much shit that was before I was born, and I was born in '84. So anything new, obviously, I mean, I'm almost 40. So fucking, I'm closing in on 40. I'll be 38. I'm not fucking, I gotta stop saying that. I'm 37 for another month. So, yes.
Then, I mean, and then you got Blazing Saddles. That one. There's no way that one could be made.
Well, see, those, but that's what, when I was saying about time moving on, I was saying that when you're on the phone today about Blazing Saddles, like with Archie Bunker, like on the family, people that is old enough now where people would literally say it was a different time, but like times when you wouldn't think it was, you would say it was a different time. It was a different time as well. It's just crazy how that shit sneaks up on you because, like Ace Ventura closing in on fucking 30 years ago it was made. Isn't that fucking nuts?
That's nuts. That's nuts. And I mean, you also got like another one here too. Is Me, Myself, and Irene. And it's because, you know, it's about a guy that has schizophrenia, but the way they portrayed it is very questionable. You know,
Yeah.
basically saying
Yeah, a
like, you know,
little
those
bit.
who have schizophrenia have multiple personalities. And, you know,
Breaking over vending machines and shit, like all that
Right.
stuff he did. Be Myself and Irene, yeah.
right. And
Yeah,
then,
it'd
you
be
know, like
insane.
and then like they said like one tagline in there I've read is says from mental to gentle. And that's a questionable tagline.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the fucking tagline. Damn. When was
Yeah.
Me, Myself, and Irene made? I feel like I want to say
That was
2001.
2000.
2000. Okay,
Yep. I mean,
22 years
dude.
ago.
I mean, you
And then, like I said, Varsity Blues would probably get canceled. As a Charlie Tweeter would definitely get canceled. But the whole portrayal of how football was portrayed back then, which was still kind of the era, that was basically the same. Now, I didn't live a Varsity Blues fucking movie. Don't I don't want to act like I'm like Lance Harbor out there at the big sign in my yard and all that shit, but like the concussion stuff and all that they I mean, that literally that was how it was kind of fucking, I mean, I know how they portrayed it, but it was, the times were different then, and like now that would get fucking people, they would ask for, like, Netflix probably wouldn't be able to fucking have it because people would get pissed, like, because it portrays football in such a violent way with head injuries, because it makes coaches, but like I didn't have like a coach like Bud Kilmer where he like knew, like I don't know if I told the story, it only happened to me once, and I think it was literally somebody on my own team need me, like it was at the end of the first half, and we were running like a draw play or a screen play, some bullshit like safe play that might make something out of nothing to score, just to go into halftime and not turn the ball over. So when you run those, you're kind of running down the field as a lineman, and there was a dude I was like trying to block, and I remember I fully extended. I didn't really I kind of got him with my hands, but I was literally airborne. And I can remember out of my peripherals, I saw like somebody running, and we had black pants. So that's why I think it was somebody on my own team, because the pants were black and they fucking kneed me in the head.
Oh.
And I like white flashed. I was fucking, dude, I was dizzy. And I just was fucking swaying, bumbling, stumbling, fumbling off the field. Like our O-line coach, he didn't like Bud Kilmer me or anything, but like he grabbed me, but he like made sure he had a hold of both of my shoulders, like with both hands. My head was probably like this. And he's just like, "You okay?" And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, nothing was checked. I didn't go to like protocol. We just fucking rolled.
Yeah, I'm good.
And that was definitely not good, but that's just how it was back in them days. But yeah, Varsity Blues would get canceled at this point at least by the NFL. Fucking Roger Goodell's head would explode.
Shit. So one thing we forgot to mention about Ace Ventura too, is the part when he's seen scrubbing his tongue after he realizes he kissed a transgender woman.
Well, I mean, that's basically what the end of the movie. All of them are fucking like spitting and
throwing up.
Tone Loke's like scratching his fucking tongue with his hand. So yeah, I mean, that set. But I guess both of them set the tone. yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it would. Like it would. People's heads would explode if Ace Ventura was made now.
Right. Fucking crazy, dude.
But it's like, but if more people would think, like, try to step back and understand how the other is thinking, or try to talk to each other more, maybe shit would be better. Because one thing to just as far as going in to anything with the LGBTQ community, I've always said, at the very least, like, you'll see I don't like there's extreme shit you will see on social media and on the internet with stuff. Yeah, I don't want to get into all that, but I think of more of to try to have an understanding more at an early age. This is why I think the next generation is going to be a lot like growing up. Like with your boys and my daughter's generation growing up is going to be a lot. Once they're adults, it's going to be way different, because I feel like it's going to be if you can teach that more at a younger age, at least of what it is. Most kids, I will say, would say, and not like I've been a parent for 4 months, not like I'm some type of fucking expert, but I think most kids wouldn't even realize or care, but it would, at the very least, create more of an understanding to where when people are older, they're not to say, when people would say homophobic, or what people wouldn't say homophobic, say weirded out or uncomfortable, even just merely being in the presence of somebody. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like the next generation will be way better. But yeah, like we were watching Ace Ventura as kids, and I'm sure our dads were everybody was laughing their ass off at all them fucking dudes in Ace Ventura scrubbing his fucking tongue out. Yeah. And then you're like, so the feelings would be hurt on somebody on that, and you wouldn't have thought about it back then, but it also was a different time because social media, again, wasn't around. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey, and me, myself, and Irene. What was it? Mental to gentle. What the fuck was it?
Yes.
Mental to gentle. Yeah, fucking. I mean, I'm sure Jim Carrey he's probably even spoke on that. I'm sure he spoke on this.
I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he fucking has, because he is also one of those people that truly does not give I don't think he would hold anything back of any of his thoughts of anything he did in the past, present, or what he would do. I think he said the only time he would only come back to act if they do a third Sonic movie, is what he said. I think other than that, he's done. But the dude had a career. He had a fucking career. But there was
So like hold on. So like, you know,
go ahead.
there was one movie that also made the list. It was this movie from 1932 called Freaks. And it was a film about the circus performer and the performers. Okay. So you had that one. So like picture it, you know, I mean, so like that one made the list for that. So for being basically like, you know, I guess making, I guess the name probably of it. And, you know, people who do circus stuff are, you know, some people, I guess back then they'd be called freaks. But like, are you a fan of the American Horror Stories? Do you ever watch those?
Nah, I've never been able to get into those.
They did one a couple years ago that had to do with circus people. And it was like all circus themed. And when I just looked at like this picture of the actors and actresses, I don't even know if they're even actors and actresses or if they're real people in this movie Freaks, like that's what it like brought me to like more to like this day and age, like recent times. I don't know. There's some questionable shit. There's some questionable shit. Dude, it's like, gosh.
Well, that's like I got it because because Joe and Amy had sent, because we were talking about Tropic Thunder.
Yep.
And like and I didn't get, that's what I didn't once we could probably, like all these we could probably do a whole fucking, it's hard to squeeze it. That's why it's hard to put like all this into a time frame.
Yeah.
But Robert Downey Jr., and he was on the Joe Rogan podcast about, so I don't really, I need to look more into that so I know more what to talk about. But he, somebody might have heard of Joe Rogan podcast before, so yeah, if he, that's a pretty well known one. Just heard of it before. I'm just kidding. But he talked about it on there. So if you wanted to go check that out, then look that up. But what else?
So there was Peter Pan.
Oh yeah.
And one of the lines, it says they probably could have done without the number. So it was a song. What made the red man red? When it comes to talking about the Native Americans. And, you know, there's the scene of, them joining the Native Americans in their dance and all that.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's crazy to think about. Like, it's crazy to think about.
Well, I've said this example, I've said this to you before, Dave, and this is kind of, it's going to be odd, coming from two white dudes. Well, I'm not going to say Dave. I don't speak for Dave on this because he could, but we would say we've been in agreement. I've always said, like, Native Americans, literally, if you want to talk about a race of people that have fucking had it, nobody's had it fucking any worse. And this is what, as far as stuff getting canceled, I said, I've been a football fan my whole life, football guy. So I was born in 1984. You were, what was it, 1987?
Yep.
So I can remember the tail end of the 80s. Would you say you could remember 1992? Can you remember 1992? So you'd have been like 5?
Yeah, some things.
Okay, so we'll just say 30 years. 30 years ago, well, I guess it would have been 28 now because it happened in 2020. It took till 2020 for the Washington Redskins to change their name. But there's no time in our lifetime that any other race of people, we already know it couldn't have been called like the Washington Caucasians because white people would have got pissed. We know that. And then if you would have said like just using in terms of colors, we'll say white skins, black skins, the fucking to hate to say the fucking to put colors on everybody. I hate to fucking say it like that, but they've said with Asian, like you say, yellows, black skin, yellow skins, white skins. None of those would have ever fucking flown in our lifetimes. That shit would have fucking got shut down, fucking ASAP.
Yep.
And so we know from like 1992, like when Ace Ventura and shit was about to get made and all that, like that stuff. But that shit right there would have never fucking flown. And it took till 2022 or 2020 for Washington to finally change their name.
Yeah.
And that one, yeah, dude, that was probably that was the worst one. And a couple like, the Cleveland, they're the Guardians now, and I think it was more of the logo which they had changed, but they ended up changing from the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians, and I don't know what others in the future, but yeah, the Washington one, dude, it's just crazy when you think about it like that. But like I said, dude, there's been you look at the fucking history, it isn't a fucking good one for Native Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah. People get pissed off when you think of terms. Some people look at it in terms of it was a war. Some people look at it was it definitely, I wouldn't call it a fucking, I wouldn't necessarily, it was more, when you say literally genocide and it was bad. And then there was conversion, like there was schools to like, they make fucking Native Americans think like white people. And that was not, that's only been a couple generations back from us. That wasn't that long ago. And yeah, there is no fucking, there's no fucking race of people that have had it, but in this country especially, literally. But like I said, that history, you could, to try to keep it within a time frame. To go to a positive, because you said you would ask me about this because we were talking about Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Family Matters obviously isn't getting canceled. Family Matters was my childhood. That was my favorite fucking show. I would go home to watch it almost every day when it was on TBS after it had ran for a while, but I'd watched it when it was new, when I was young. Loved fucking Steve Urkel. And I loved Carl Winslow. I loved them all. Harriet, fucking Eddie, classic, all of them.
Yeah.
And but Carl Winslow, I was telling Dave when we were talking about this episode, doing it on the phone, because they're what a fucking, he would be he's such a hero that what we fucking need. And like, he was a positive, because you look at the African American community, Carl Winslow portrayed, he was a good fucking father, raised a family, took other people in, because basically, Steve Urkel took over the show. We were talking about that. It ended up being, Urkel mania, but he was, he was a police officer. He was, dude, like, it just, what a fucking Carl Winslow. I would, that is, but that was also why he was on Family Matters, because Reginald Hall was fucking amazing. But damn it, what a character if we could reinsert back into society today. Because Carl could bridge a lot of gaps, I feel like, and talk to a lot of people. And damn it, Dave's been sending emails. We've been talking, getting some guests on. I might try to reach out to Reginald Hall, see if I can get him on here.
Dude, it's like
he is 72.
It's definitely like the world needs a Carl Winslow right now.
The world fucking does need Carl Winslow, dude. More than ever. He don't even need a cape, dude. He just needs this fucking. There was the fucking episode when his mom comes down because Eddie got fucking pool hustled.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what episode it was. I feel like it was one of the older ones. It had to have been because Eddie was a little bit older, and he ended up getting hustled and lost money. And Carl came down, badge and uniform, and I think they all thought he was going to bust him, but then he just yells, he's like, "Mama!" And his Mama Winslow comes down and has a fucking pool case, like a pool cue case, and fucking whips out this fucking pool cue that is just fucking immaculate, and just starts knocking down shots and gets the money back, and then it's like the lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
Like the dangers of gambling, which I listened to that one I just took with a grain of salt. I should have listened to you more, Carl. That's a side note for any people. Dave was playing some parlays, betting like $5-10, throwing 15 down here and there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was fucking texting him, and I said, just what, keep an eye on it. That stuff adds up. And as I'm typing it at the end of it, I'm like dying. And I ended up kept rolling. I said, pot calling the kettle black, because I couldn't fucking quit laughing. I was literally like, just watch that, because it can add up. Okay, yeah. Yeah. What a fucking, shit.
Yeah, dude, it's all good.
But I mean, you were I don't know if there was any, like I said, dude, we could go with so many. We could even make this like a part fucking one, because we've barely scratched the surface. And if it doesn't no, you're fine. Well, this is going to be a part one, because we didn't even scratch the surface. To keep it within the time frame, this will probably be a series.
Yeah,
it'll be a trilogy probably.
There's enough movies and data out there for sure.
Oh fuck yeah!
We had a cat
Welcoming in
accident
the
and we
Rowan
lost
Organs.
track of time.
That's okay.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah,
Dave gets it.
I get it.
yeah, cats.
Yeah, cats. Ugh.
Oh boy!
But yeah, dude. Carl Winslow.
You're saying Carl Winslow from Family Matters is the hero that everybody needs in the society today. But I'd talked about Tropic Thunder a little bit, but not much. I was trying to look at the article. I just referred them to the other Joe Rogan, that guy, if they wanted to listen to the clip, because I saw that with Robert Downey. But no, I didn't know if you did you have anything else, Dave?
I mean, we could go all night with this one.
We could.
But
we could.
To wrap it up, no.
Yeah, we'll make this a part one. This is a busy week, we can say, as we release this. This will be the day before Election Day, so hopefully tensions are just mild and happy. So happy Monday to everybody. And we got.
Let me tell you something. I cannot wait
boy.
for this fucking election to be over. Because it is just invading my privacy. It is just, I'm getting text messages about who I should vote for. I'm getting phone calls from fucking these political people. It's in my YouTube ads. It's in my children's YouTube ads when they're trying to watch their video. It's like, "Hi, I'm Pet Ryan."
Are you like a specific registered party, or are you?
No,
Are you?
like it's just fucking. It's just invading everywhere, and
Yeah.
I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it.
They really want that vote, buddy.
They really want that fucking vote.
They want your children's votes too.
Yeah.
And they're not even 18 yet.
It's nowhere near it. Like, who came up with this algorithm to show this ad to my kids? You dummies.
No, God, yeah, we got some guest episodes. This will be a busy week as we record this. But yes, as it comes out, it will be pre-election day. So get out there and vote, people, if you want to. I can't force you if you're not going to go. But if you do or don't, I feel like I'm obligated to say it. But you're not going to hurt my feelings.
Well, we have the freedom and the ability to do it, so
Exactly.
it can't hurt.
Hey, fucking
There's other countries out there that don't have that choice. So,
That's
Right.
you know, this isn't a public service announcement to go out and vote, but if you have that opportunity, and it's just like, yeah.
I wonder if this will get fucking tagged like the old like the COVID fucking. Oh fuck, that'll probably get it now. COVID ads,
Well, we don't want to say
because
misinformation.
we're talking about voting.
Don't say it too loud.
Because if we send misinformation and you have a PayPal account, they'll dock you $2,500.
Oh fuck me, I'm done.
He said, "Fuck me, I'm done." On that note, yes, 46 minutes here, guys. Yeah, let's wrap this one up, shall we?
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. A lot of
Yes.
recording.
That's right.
Part
Yeah,
one,
we're getting prepared.
Canceled.
Part one of getting canceled. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And listen, if you have any suggestions or any movie thoughts, hey, send them our way, okay? And we'll bring them up, on the next one that we do, part 2 of getting canceled. So thank you guys for joining us. Everybody, Luke, Nate, Joe and Amy, Tony Cook over there on the side. We'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.